Hey Pisces, welcome to your weekly forecast for March 21st through the 27th. This is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're going to connect and see what messages are coming up. You may stumble upon this video after the time frame I mentioned. That's just fine. You're going to find it whenever you're meant to find it, whenever it's time for you to find it. Keep in mind it's a general reading. Not every single message is going to resonate. Take what does and leave what doesn't. So without further ado, my dear Pisces friends, let's see what messages are coming up here for our Pisces friends. Alrighty. So the first card we have coming up here is the High Priestess, Pisces. It's you. How very special. Those of you who watch my readings, you know that I've always kind of said that the way that I read, when I'm reading for you and your major arcana card comes up, it's really significant. It's telling us that everything you're going through right now is directly connected to you stepping into your authenticity and stepping into your power. The High Priestess specifically has to do with trusting your inner judgment. You have the answers inside of you. You don't need to go outside of yourself. You don't need to get somebody else to confirm something for you or to tell you what a situation is. You have an inner knowing. A lot of you are experiencing a spiritual awakening and really tapping into your spiritual gifts very strongly right now. Pisces is a very psychic energy. And maybe a lot of you have been fighting it or scared to let it in or scared to explore it. And now with the High Priestess, it's like you're stepping into your own. It's coming very naturally to you and you're not able to block it out. So a lot of you are really connecting with your intuition here in really powerful ways, in really beautiful ways. And a lot of you have heard me say that when we're in High Priestess energy, we are very addicting to other people, especially people who don't want to do their healing and don't want to do their work. And we might have a lot of people that are kind of flocking towards us and wanting to court us and like energy vampires feed off of us, and you might feel very exhausting. Like, I can't be here for everybody all the time. I can't be lifting everybody up and carrying everybody all the time. So one of the messages that comes in with the High Priestess for me in my readings anyway is we have to learn that not everybody who wants us gets to have us. And just because somebody is very persistent in chasing after us, whether it's for friendship or business or love, it doesn't mean that they're ready for us or that they're going to treat us the way that we deserve to be treated. Oftentimes it can be a desperation or an obsession. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're showing up in a way where they're going to give you what you need or they're going to be, coming at you correct. Persistence doesn't mean that. So, Pisces, you're getting better at spotting fake people. You're getting better at spotting people who are coming at you with codependent energy or vampire vampire energy. You're picking up on these things. You're becoming a lot smarter and you're creating better boundaries for yourself. The next card that's coming up here for Pisces is the Knight of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles is slow and steady wins the race. This is not the time to be in hustle and grind energy. Just be consistent. Consistency is going to be the key to your success. As long as you're being consistent, you're going to succeed. The Knight of Coins, Knight of Pentacles, is not the fastest moving knight in the tarot, but he is the most dependable. He is the most reliable. He gets the job done. And you don't have to worry about double checking it. It is solid. It is going to withstand the test of time. And so a lot of you are building and creating really big things, really long-term things here. I do feel, Pisces, that some of you, if you are in a work situation, some of you are going to be put in a situation where you're having to oversee other people. This might make you very nervous initially, because you might feel like, you know what, I don't want the confrontation. I don't want to like have to come in and correct people, or confront them if they've done something incorrectly. I don't want that, but some of you are being put in that position because you have to learn to accept power. You have to learn to not be scared to be that way, or to do that. So I feel some of you are being placed in a position in which you are supervising. You're supervising, you're watching over others, you're checking other people's work. And this might be stressing some of you out, because you're like, what if I don't catch it? Then it's going to really be on my back, right? Then it's really going to be my fault. Again, Knight of Pentacles just reminds you, be slow, be thorough, go through the steps. If you're working and you're stressed about a work situation, maybe they already talked to you. Even if you're like, oh, Amethyst, there's no way they're going to make me supervisor. They already talked to me. They put me on probation, or they threatened to put me on probation. And I'm messing up, and man, I'm really scared. Knight of Pentacles says just one foot in front of the other, one step at a time. Go through the steps. Did they give you anything when they hired you that had the steps or the procedures of whatever you're doing? Or did they go over it and were you able to write it down? Or did they give you a handout that had that on that for you as a reminder? Or write it down yourself and just do it one step at a time. Don't get overwhelmed saying, oh, what if I mess up this thing? Break it down. Break it down to one step at a time, one piece at a time, one part at a time, and just focus on that one part at a time and do it well, and the whole will be perfection. So slow down a little bit here, right? Quality, not quantity. The next card that's coming up here for Pisces is the Queen of Cups. And that is your beautiful water sign energy, right? Queen of Cups is water sign energy. Queen of Cups, for me in my readings, comes up when she's letting us know that emotional self-care is really crucial for you right now. We just came out of the full moon in Virgo, and that was a doozy of a moon. I am not a Pisces, but I am a Scorpio. I am a fellow water sign. And we water signs tend to be very sensitive to moon energy. You guys in Cancer even more so than us Scorpios. So some of you may have been like, that moon may have been a powerful release for some of you, or may have brought up some really intense things up to the surface. And so the Queen of Cups is letting us know that right now there might be things that are happening that are a little triggering for us, especially if you are a Pisces where your intuition is busting open. A lot of the times there's emotional clearing that comes alongside with that. As we're healing, as we're clearing, as we're releasing, our intuition can strengthen. And so the Queen of Cups is coming up to say, Pisces, emotional self-care is crucial for you right now. Make sure that you're making time to process your emotions, your feelings, right? Sometimes we're too busy. We're like, I don't have time for that. I got to get up and go to work. I got to make sure my kids are fed. I got to remember to pick them up from school. I have to finish my homework assignments. Then I got to help my kids with their homework, like, or even if you don't have kids, there may be things in your life that you're really busy with. And you can't just sit down and cry, or you don't have the luxury of calling in sick that day to just like take a breather. I get that. Sometimes we have to pick ourselves up by the bootstraps and keep going. But try to make time at the end of the day or whenever you can to have a good cry, or scream into your pillow, or do some journaling, or painting, or listening to music, or reading a book that inspires you or you relate to. Or watching a movie. that inspires you or that you relate to. Anything that you can do to give yourself time to release and to acknowledge your feelings and to acknowledge that you may have gone through some stuff that was messed up and not okay. Give yourself time to process your feelings whenever you can get it in, because this is going to be a big part of your healing. This is going to be a big part of strengthening your intuition. And this is going to be a big part of you opening up to receive your manifestations. Emotional self-care is crucial for Pisces right now. The next card coming up here for you guys is the Wheel. And this is a major arcana card. So some of you have heard me already say the major arcana cards are going to come up anytime we're at a significant new chapter, a significant turning point. So even though I'm setting the intention for the next 7 days, the things that are happening for you in the next 7 days are going to be around for a while. And the Wheel is about moving on, moving forward. You don't have to be stuck in a situation anymore. Whatever you were meant to learn from it, you learned it. Whatever you were meant to do from it, you did it. And it's okay for you to move on to the next thing. The Wheel also comes in to remind us of cycles. We're going to have highs, we're going to have lows. We're going to have busy times, we're going to have slow times. And that's okay. That's all a part of it. And if we learn to ride each cycle as it comes instead of fighting against it, we're going to have a lot more flow in our life. It's not going to feel like such an uphill battle or such a struggle. I feel like some of you Pisces are having a really hard time getting out of bed. A lot of it is because of the full moon that we recently had. As I said, that moon was a doozy, okay? But emotional self-care and not going against your nature and not spreading yourself thin is going to go really, really far for you to manifest and create better opportunities or better situations, better scenarios for you, things that serve you, right? The Wheel card can come up when we're breaking out of a time of things that no longer serve us. I also feel here with the Wheel card, some of you may be taking some time off or away from a situation. Maybe you finally got some vacation time and you're not resting, you're not waiting. You're going to put in for that vacation time. And you're going to take a little bit of a break from work and you're going to rest and recuperate and recover and like come up with a game plan, figure out what you want to do moving forward. Some of you may be taking a time off or time away from family or from a romantic partner or from a living situation. Some of you may be, even though the Wheel card doesn't have a traditional connection with travel, some of you may be taking some kind of a trip so that you can make up your mind and decide which way you're going to go, which direction you're going to go in when you make changes or make shifts, how you want to go about doing it. So for some reason, I feel like there's an element of time off or time away with the Wheel card for some of you Pisces. Now, your next card here is the Ace of Cups. And Ace of Cups is happiness. It's work in which we feel very fulfilled, meaningful work, a sense of contentment, a sense of satisfaction, emotional contentment, emotional satisfaction to the highest degree. It can even be a new home, okay, or feeling a sense of home. But the reason why I'm always really happy to see Ace of Cups, one things I've realized over the years reading for people, Ace of Cups comes up when you're done with karmic cycles. You've learned your lesson. Like you see what the red flags are, you see what to look out for, you see what you've been doing that's been bringing you unhappiness, and you're like, I'm done. I'm not doing this anymore, universe. Life is too short. I want to be happy. The next time a situation like this comes up, I'm going to spot it from a mile away and I'm going in the other direction. I am not doing this nonsense anymore. Universe says, wonderful. Pisces is awake now. Pisces no longer needs these painful experiences to poke them to wake up. Now that Pisces is awake, Pisces is ready to learn life lessons through success, support, laughter, creativity, right? Accomplishment, happy ways, positive ways. A lot of you have learned so many big lessons, big lessons through pain, through struggle, through heartbreak. And you're done with it. You're sick of it. You're like, I don't want to be sad. I don't want to be suffering. And now the universe is like, okay, now is the time you're going to learn in happy ways, in ways that feel good. I also feel that a lot of you Pisces have been kind of like struggling and trying to kind of fit into a corporate world or corporate kind of professions or very analytical or scientific professions because they're seen as successful or they're seen as making the most money. But I feel like some of you may be making a shift now to do more creative work because it comes naturally to you and you don't feel like you're working against yourself so much or going against your nature. I feel like some of you are switching over to more creative work. You may want to check out your moon sign and rising sign. Some weeks your moon sign or rising sign might resonate more than your sun sign. You may need a private reading, which I'm more than happy to do for you. If you go to calendly.com/amethystangelite, you can schedule a private reading with me there. Love readings are linked in the description. And don't forget the daily messages, the card of the day, which I've been posting. A lot of people have been saying that that's been helpful for them. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I hope you all have a wonderful week ahead. And I hope to see you all in the comments in the dailies as well. And as always, private readings, link in the description. For those of you who want a private reading, I'm absolutely available. I thank you all for watching. Take care. Have a wonderful week, my dears.